Hello, greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Pew Position. So my name's Taylor, or Spicy if we're internet friends, and I want to welcome you to the first episode of our new segment here on News of the Pews. So this segment's dedicated to everything we don't normally talk about on the news, whether it's product releases, fun memes, cool guns, stupid things that were gun or gun related that, you know, just don't end up being as much of a 2A advocacy focus. And the goal of this is to make sure that we can continue to bring you that sweet, sweet pupaganda at whatever market price is currently, you know, between 50 and 99. Instead of it being pupaganda, it'll be pew shenaniganda. I don't know. Tell me down in the comments a word in English that I'm not just gonna make up on the fly. But it should be something fun that we can talk about everything else. The goal of this is to, you know, make sure that we continue to do 2A advocacy and keep the news running. But sometimes it's just fun to talk about things that aren't feeling like impending doom in this timeline, ticking away slowly every day.
Today, Junior!
Moving on. So sometimes you just have to stop and appreciate the mad lads out there that the internet has enabled to take their fever dreams and make them into reality. So Zach, a gentleman that actually works at the National Association for Gun Rights, gun rights organization, NAGR, we're a big fan of here, or the acronym that makes you uncomfortable to pronounce in public sometimes. That was a joke, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to work here.
Category is people who annoy you.
Zach took the time to highlight the hilarity and uselessness of the NFA by registering a potato. An actual, I'm assuming it's a russet or something, it's a larger potato, but registered a freaking potato. And so took the time, get the stamp for it, filed the paperwork. I don't know how long he waited for his potato. Is it a good suppressor? I don't think you need me to tell you that. No, probably not. But it is technically reducing the decibel amount of that shot by some level. So it's technically a suppressor.
Or silencer if you're Andrew and you want to argue about what to call things. I know what the patent says.
Either way, we want to give a shout out to Zach because that's genius and the NFA is stupid anyway. And shout out to NAGR. They have a nuke the NFA petition on the link to this video. And so go over there, sign up for their petition, and keep fighting to get rid of something that should have died a long time ago. Moving on, you may have seen a video this week of a Florida man doing, I don't know how else to put it, some grade A Florida man shit from a security camera on someone's porch. Unfortunately, this turns out to be a Trey Knight from Knight's Armament Corporation. The owner of Knight's Armament Corporation, I guess, is having some kind of mental issues, and that's sad, and I hope he gets help that he needs. But he did a really good job looking like Gary Busey doing a shining impression out on these people's front porch with an axe, and that really stinks. Again, mental health is important. I hope he gets the care he deserves, and this doesn't affect Knight's Armament. It's not like I can afford anything from Knight's Armament Corporation anyway, but, you know, shout out to everybody that can. Moving on, this next one was just a cool gun that I really was digging, and I don't know, I didn't really watch a lot of SHOT Show content this month. Maybe it's because I'm salty I didn't go to SHOT Show. Either way, I saw this super sweet Mini 14 in a TFB video at the Dead Air booth, and it's about some new can that Dead Air came out with. I really don't care. I've got like suppressor exhaustion or something at this point. It's cool that there is so many cans out there, but you know, it's hard to keep track. Either way, I really love this, you know, just retro modern A-Team vibe, whatever. I'm not a big fan of Rock and Lock magazines, but this thing just looked cool. Anyway, cool guns. We can appreciate that, right? Nothing fancy, cool number two.
Curious, I have to ask, where did you guys get the work done for this Mini?
One of our newest employees, Miles, who's been handling a lot of videography for us, has built this.
Who's been handling a lot of videography for us.
Jesus Christ. That's Jason Bourne.
Moving on, Luigi Mangione is in the news again this week, and you might remember Luigi Mangione. Words are hard. I wish it was Mario. I can say that easier. I'm from Texas. Luigi, this you know, assassin that shot the United Healthcare CEO. Everybody, of course, turned into a gun expert overnight and were claiming he used a weld rod or some, you know, obscure, super rare thing that they saw in a video game sometime because they're experts, right? So all that happened back in December of 2024. Anyway, apparently a Minnesota's shown up real hard in the news this week. Minnesota man apparently showed up at the federal prison in New York City pretending to be an FBI agent. Wow. It's like an episode of NCIS or some shit. He had a court order to release an inmate, and long story short, turns out it was Luigi Mangione. And as you can imagine, this half-cocked, ridiculous plan did not really go as well as Mr. Mark Anderson, 35, of Minnesota, thought it probably would. During the arrest, Mr. Anderson claimed he was in possession of weapons. And get this, y'all, this shit. After getting searched, it turns out he had a barbecue fork and a round steel blade that resembled a pizza cutter, because apparently he's in pizza delivery business, something like that.
Hey, what the hell are we supposed to use, man? Harsh language?
Moving on, and this one happens to be in my part of the world. Dallas police arrested two dumbass waste of space oxygen thieves that were mag dumping in trash over a bridge on New Year's Eve. As you can imagine, like most people, they recorded themselves doing it, because that sounds like a great way to create evidence for your crimes. Dallas police, using the powers of the internet and some, science, turns out they figured out who these guys were. There was 3 dudes that were arrested. One of them was connected with the previous shooting. Even though we believe that gun rights are human rights, these people are idiots and probably should be euthanized just in general. As always, gun control is completely useless and impotent, and 2 of these dudes apparently are not supposed to be here, are illegal, and so I guess that means that those gun transactions totally had 4473s involved with their state-issued IDs too. Good thing we have all of these systems in place to keep us safe. Moving on, and in a similar thread, I suppose, in relation to the current immigration conversation in the US, this is a story that is currently only metaphorical shots fired as we all gaze into the Arctic dumpster fire known as Minneapolis, or Snowgadishu, or Moss Isley-apolis. I don't know, somebody help me out here. Either way, as we stare upon this dumpster fire and are just captivated the past few weeks, a lot of violent rhetoric has been thrown around. And now it's gone to a congressional level. So apparently Hakeem Jefferies, who is the New York Democrat House Minority Leader, he suggested that Kristi Noem be put on ice permanently.
It's disgraceful. She's got to go. We are dead serious. She needs to be put on ice permanently. She's got to go. And by the way, she's not the only one.
So as the heat continues to build around the ice situation in Minneapolis, you may not agree with me, I may not agree with you on a lot of things. That's okay. If we can agree, Christ is king, I'm down with that. But it's okay if we don't agree. You do you, boo-boo. I am not mad in any way if we don't have the same opinions on immigration or other issues. Again, we're really mostly about guns here, but it does kind of make me concerned about the precedent for being able to every 4 years have this, turned around and flip-flopped and just basically use the power of the government to attack whoever your political opponents are. That shit kind of makes me uncomfortable. Like the left right now being able to go out and do what ICE is currently doing, the left's been talking about that for years now, right? That's this like crazy Jacobin fever dream they're cranking their hogs to for years. So pardon me if I'm not thrilled about this being turned around the next election and being used against me or people that I love, or just because we're talking about gun rights, who knows? Moving on to the random but cool, I saw this thing, and as much as I hate AI and want to call them clankers every time, so some crazy person made the history of Germany with a Doom, like it looks like the Doom game. And so you get to go through the entire history of Germany. I didn't go through the whole thing yet, but this is just random and neat, and it's neat that AI can at least enable some human creativity instead of just take everyone that's trying to be creative and put them out of a job. Unfortunately, it seems like it's going to do that too, but check this thing out and the link's down in the doobly-doo if you so choose. I thought it was fun. So that's my pew position, and I'm sticking to it. Thanks again for watching, guys. We really appreciate y'all being here. Check us out next time when we're doing more of that to find to a propaganda, and maybe some additional memes, some funny, goofy stuff, you name it. We're gonna create a Discord so you can have a crowd-submitted segment to this, and you guys can share goofy stuff with us that you've enjoyed from the corners of the internet that are at least appropriate for YouTube tubes of service. for YouTube terms of service. Words are hard. Thank you. Either way, check me out on Instagram at SpicySnafu. Check out News of the Pews. Please subscribe to both of our channels and comments, like, do whatever you can to get the word out about grassroots 2A advocacy and try to help us at least continue to eat. Some days we eat ramen, some days we eat steak, but we like to always eat. And I appreciate you. So until next time, stay safe, and if you can't stay safe, stay spicy. We're out of here.